Good morning. Like Jake said, a big game for us Friday. Really proud of the guys and the staff to be in this position. I think we were voted 6th in the preseason coaches poll in terms of where we were supposed to finish. So to be able to finish either 1st or 2nd, which we're assured of, is really, really nice. Huge thanks to the Bells, of course, Mitch, Kevin, and the UK administrative staff. They're best in the country by a mile. We would not be in this position without them, so it's just really good. Feels really good as a head coach to be able to have all that support that we have. Like I said, I'm really proud of the team. Worked extremely hard since January. They've done a great job, young team, buying into our system, our beliefs, as well as understanding that becoming good is a process and it takes a lot of time. So I think they've hung in there. They've worked really hard. We worked a lot about talking about core values, focusing on team, where we want to go, our end goal in the next couple of years is the Final Four. Be great if we do that this year. I wouldn't mind that at all. But again, we work a lot with the players on becoming, problem solvers, being disciplined, selfless, humble, and having a UK attitude. It means focusing on all the little things, having belief no matter where we go, no matter who we play, and whatever happens, we do things together. And I think that if you look at those values and you look at 18 to 22-year-olds, those are some really, really tough values to have 24/7, 365. But I'm really proud of the guys. They've done a great job since January. Great leadership from team captain Callum Irving, one of the best players in the country, as well as some of the more senior players that we have, Justin Laird, Chris, Jordan, and Charlie. Like I said, we also have a couple of really good players, not just on leadership levels, but some of the best players in the country. And again, Callie, Jordan, Chris, and Napo, I think that those would make any first 11 on any team in the country at this point. And like Jake said, it's been a good season to this point. We've got everything to play for. A couple of highlights. We went up and played Notre Dame early in the season. They're the current reigning champions, so we beat them. We beat the current league champions at the Bell, New Mexico. We've only lost 3 games in the last 17. Unbeaten in the last 9. Kept 10 clean sheets, which of course Callie is a big reason for that. And we've done all this with 8 underclassmen in the starting 11. So I think that we're doing really well this year, as well as the future I think is very, very bright for us. Like I said, we put ourselves in a place, we've got everything to play for still. We need to finish strong, and I don't think that the Kentucky men's soccer program hasn't won a title since 2004, so it's about time for us to do that again.
Are you all ahead of schedule at all this season?
I would, yes, I would say, yeah, I think that maybe a year or so. Again, looking at 2 or 3 freshmen and 5 or 6 sophomores to be that good and to be that tough to beat, and 10 clean sheets. If you would have asked me when we spoke in the preseason press conference, I probably would have said that, yeah, maybe a year away still. But again, I think that it starts going back all the way to January, where we were very clear as a staff exactly what our expectations were and what we needed to do to have a successful fall season. And again, with so many returners in the squad, it helped not being great last year. And I think everyone felt that we had a much bigger potential than what we got out of the team last year, and therefore it was pretty easy to push them. And we've pushed them since January. I've been extremely demanding. I'm not a very nice guy. I'm very impatient. And the guys have put up with me, and now we're sitting here seeing the end result. So it's very nice.
Some of the big games you guys have played so far this season, how well prepared do you think you are for the atmosphere that's going to be on Friday?
I think we're very prepared. Like I said, we played at Notre Dame. We've had Louisville at home. We've had New Mexico at home. We went to UAB. So I think that there's, we have a lot of experience to look back on to prepare us for Friday. But for Friday, we're hoping, can we get north of 2,000 people to come out to the game and support us, which is, I think, very, very doable. And to be able to play at home, not have to travel. Charlotte has to travel. We've been all over the place lately with Conference USA. We were in South Carolina, then we went up to Columbus, and then we went down to Miami to play FIU. So it's nice to get the whole week to prepare at home, not have to worry about travel. And then again, to be able to play in one of the best complexes in the country is always a joy. And the guys really, really get up for playing at home. And I think Jake, am I right that only one loss at home this year?
That's right.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think we're ready.
Is the focus so much on this match Friday that you're not looking at all at where things may fall in terms of the NCAA tournament goes, and that other postseason stuff like that?
Yeah, I think as a staff, you're always looking several steps ahead. But I think for us, in terms of what we're focusing with the players and what we're talking about here today, I think it's just to focus on Friday. But if you look at the strength of schedule, if you look at our RPI, we should be in a pretty good spot for an at-large bid if we don't win the conference tournament. But again, with 10 clean sheets and as many wins as we have, I'd say that it's very doable for us to win both the regular season title and the conference tournament, and then we have to worry about an at-large bid. But either way, I think that we're in a good spot right now.
You talked before the season about Cali and kind of where he stacks up nationally, but the season he's had, has he exceeded your expectations? How has he stacked up?
No, he's been as good as I know he can be. I think that what has been exceeding my expectations is the back four. The guys that are in front of Cali, and those are all sophomores. And especially if you look at the right back, Matt Quick, who is a midfielder from Chicago that came in late, wasn't heavily recruited, and he wasn't supposed to start for us. But with Alex Bumpus going down with an ACL injury in the summer, Matt stepped in, and he hasn't, missed a step, and he's been absolutely fantastic for us. And of course, he's very, very fortunate to play next to some of the best defenders in the country. But Kalen Fox, Jordan Wilson, and Charlie Raymond, that unit, those four in front of Cali, makes Cali's job pretty easy at times.
Johan, how important has Napo's development in his second year been to the success this year?
Yeah, it's been, Napo is the one that, he's our playmaker. He's the one that makes us tick. Talking about 10 clean sheets and how hard we are to beat, you have to score goals to win games as well. And I would say 80% of our attacks go through Napo somehow. And he's just, he's not the biggest guy, but his engine is he's just relentless. He runs and runs and runs, and there's so many players out there with his talent level where they don't worry about defending. They say, well, someone else can do that. But I think that going back to January and talking about our team values and our expectations of all the players on the team, Napo fits right into that. Where he's one of our best defenders. He's one of our hardest workers. We're fortunate to have GPS units and all the players for training and games. And if you look at distance, Napo is usually either 1 or 2 in terms of distance covered, just because he runs so much on offense. But then when we turn the ball over, he comes right back to help as well. But I mentioned the four players that I think are part of the best core in the country, and Napo's definitely up there. And I can't, as many games as I've watched, I can't say that I've had a better playmaker on a team. So Napo is huge for us.